I mean, you guys have been in a lot of these close games. Probably didn't expect to maybe be in one today, but how much did that experience help you guys in those last possessions?
I think, coming out of that game, it taught us that we got to come out focused and prepared for every single game that we play, no matter who the opponent is, no matter what the record is. So I think, we're going to take that into the rest of our season and try to implement that, just coming out stronger in every game.
What do you think went into that being a little bit flat to start this game?
I think, we just weren't hitting shots. Our defense was just poor in the first half. Let them get out in transition, things like that. So I think we just came out slow, and in the second half, we kind of turned it around.
Sam, go ahead.
Hey, mate. So you had that dunk there in the last couple of minutes. Looks like you finished pretty strong. Finished an 8-0 run for you guys. What were you feeling in that play specifically, knowing that you had kind of finally pulled away after a lot of back and forth?
It felt good, to know that, we got that. When I'm playing, I don't really check up at the score too much. I kind of do that when I'm on the bench. So I didn't even know that was an 8-0 run. But I'm glad that, that happened. I'm glad we get some energy and, continue and eventually win the
game. Mike.
Hey, Jaime. You guys, you actually had a few big dunks, especially in the second half, kind of let it run as, you just talked about. How big is that to, have some offense, especially in the second half, coming off a kind of tough first half? What is it like for the team to just be able to gel together and to feed off one another's big plays?
I mean, it felt really good as a team. Like you guys said, everyone kind of does what they have to do to pitch in, help us win. We had 4 guys in double figures again. So I think we take pride in sharing the ball and getting other guys open. We made some adjustments during the second half or during halftime. And we found guys who were open. And when that happens, shots tend to go in.
Back to Ben.
Can you talk about the growth you've seen in Jules Bernard? He had, I think, 15 points in the second half. Seems to really be playing within himself. You've been with him for 2 years now. Where has he kind of grown as a player and gotten better?
He's grown tremendously as a player. He's been a huge piece for us and winning a lot of these games. He's been working on his shot. I see him every day after practice working on it, and that showed tonight. Going, 4 for 7, I think, from the 3-point line. And, just taking his time, being very under control when he has the basketball. So he's been a huge help to us, this year and last year. And, he's only going to get better.
Any final questions for Jaime? Yeah, Ben, one more.
Yeah, what was said in the halftime locker room? Was it kind of one of those fiery Coach Cronin speeches? Did you guys say anything amongst yourself? What was kind of the chatter?
We talk every halftime, no matter if we're winning or if we're losing, just trying to see what we can do better as a team. We talk amongst ourselves and, see what other guys are seeing and what we're missing and things like that. And as far as our offense and defense goes, for the offense, we were talking about how they matched up in the zone. So we were going to go to more pick and roll when they ended up matching up. And on defense, we were talking about switching and getting more active on defense and getting more deflections.
All right, Jaime, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, we got Jules Bernard up next. Once again, if you have any questions, please hit the raised hand button. We'll get started with Tarek.
Hey, Jules, pretty much an easy one for me. You're comparing offensively your first half to your second half. Was it something strategically that you saw that you started to attack better? Did it just come easier in the second half, maybe a little more carefree? So what changed for you, personally?
Well, I feel like the first half was just we're trying to fill out the game. We were playing poor defense in the first half, and I think our defense, oftentimes when we have good halves, our defense sparks our offense. So we sort of picked it up in the second half, got some steals, got out in transition. I think that helped us a lot on offense.
Sam.
Hey, Jules. So, Jaime was talking about it. Coach was talking about it. The defense in the first half wasn't really up to what you guys wanted out of the gates. What was kind of the feeling in the locker room at halftime? How mad were you guys about your performance? How mad was the coaching staff? And how did that kind of turn things around the second?
Well, we were disappointed with our effort throughout, the coaches and the players. But we knew that if we sort of dwelled on it and put our head down and sort of got down on ourselves, that, we wouldn't come out the way we did in the second half. So, coach got into us, but, we're all players who can take yelling and, take a coach getting into us. It sort of feels us coming into the second half. So we were ready to make a statement on the defensive end in the second half.
Just following up on that, what was the gist of his message when he was getting into you?
Just play with pride on defense. We have to have pride. We knew that this team was hungry, and when you let a team with talented players and they're super hungry, looking for a win, they're going to make plays. So we sort of let the water running, got the water running in the first half. So we tried to stop in the second half. We knew we had to do that in order for us to win.
You guys are so kind of deep up and down the lineup, 4 guys in double figures, another big game off the bench for David, and Jalen comes in with a defensive stop. How tough does that make you guys that you have so many contributors and a team can't game plan for, maybe 2 or 3 guys?
Yeah, I think it's going to help us a lot, especially in the long run. It makes it tough for, like you said, tougher teams to sort of scout because we have weapons all over the floor. So we definitely got to keep rolling with that, and I think that could be a big component into us winning games in the future.
Mike, go ahead.
Hey, Jules, you seemed very productive overall. I mean, obviously you had, 20 points, but also 9 rebounds, 8 defensive, plus 11, highest on the team. Do you feel that you sometimes have to take over, when things aren't going your way offensively?
Yeah, I think when I bring energy, especially on the defensive end, I feel like it sort of gets us going, and we all feel like that for each other, for ourselves. Whenever we get going on the defensive end, it's going to feed off to our teammates, and I think rebounding was huge for us. Cody had I think 8 rebounds. Jaime had I believe 7 or so. So boards are big for us because we're a team who can get out in transition. Make plays in transition, and also we want to hold our opponents to, one shot and out. So rebounding is definitely something that our coaches preached to us before the game, and we executed on that.
Last question for Sam.
So Jules, you took 7 threes and made 4. Both of those are tied for the best in your career, the most of your career. What kind of went into knowing like you had the green light shooting threes? Was it just because you're open, or was that kind of part of the game plan? Was getting you more 3-point shots?
Well, we saw when we were getting the ball into the middle in the first half. They were converging, so I knew that whenever we got the ball to the middle, and they were going to kick it out, and I had to be ready to shoot. And it was going to help our team because, we know it's tough to rebound out of the zone. So if we get those open looks up, there's a good opportunity that we get offensive boards, and Cody had a lot of offensive boards, and that helped us a lot. So just being ready to shoot was my focus on that.
All right, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for your time, Jules.
Thank you.
All right, first question for Cody. Let's go to Ben.
Cody, how do you feel coming out of this game? Can you guys kind of exhale and say, man, we didn't play well, but we won, or are you kind of mad at yourselves and thinking determined to like not start slow like that again?
Yeah, I just feel very fortunate that we're able to come out with the victory. Guys were able to step up on the team. It was a collective win, and it was good to see us end up with a win because it easily could have went the other way. So we're just happy to see that, and know that next time we step on the court, we can't afford to play like that in the first half and get down and let teams get going.
Mike?
Cody, did coach say anything to you specifically at halftime? Anything that he wanted you to focus on in the second half? Because you clearly had a very productive second half.
After the first half, a lot of our focus was on defense. Even though I feel like I got some good looks, they just didn't fall. but we knew we were going to win the game with defensive stops. And personally, my mindset was just to be more aggressive. Like, again, I said, I feel like I got some good looks, just being able to take my time, use my strength, and finish or make it the right play for our team.
Beth Harris.
Hey, Cody, did you guys look at this like it could be a trap game, especially after they lost almost by 30 at SC the other night?
No, not at all. Even though they have their record doesn't show it, they have pretty good players, pretty talented players. It's just an unfortunate year for them right now. We knew the scout report on Quade, we know he was going to try to lead them in shots, and we know they have shooters. We know they're big, so they are a solid team when you look at them on paper. Again, I feel like our offense wasn't flowing for us, and since we had so much success in the game before with our offense, we came out lackadaisical on defense. So I feel like that was a major issue. But as far as looking at it as a trap game, we know it's a game that we had to win. We know that we're going to get their best shot because they really want to win.
Sam, go ahead.
Hey, Cody. So a lot of the second half you were matched up with Riley Soren. He's 7'4". What in the second half you kind of took it to him a lot offensively, though. What went into that, like mindset wise, and is that any of that go back to playing with Moses Brown a few years ago, knowing that he was also a big, long 7-footer like that?
Again, I guess I just had to get a little used to it. I haven't played against many 7'4" guys, so it's kind of just getting the flow of game. Once I saw where I could score and the spots where I could create for our team, I came out in the second half and I felt more comfortable, more confident in doing that for us.
Okay, we got time for a couple more. Let's go back to Ben.
You guys are making some history here. First 7-0 start in conference for UCLA since 93, 94. You guys take some pride in that you guys are alone and atop the first place in the Pac-12 and doing some things like that, or do you not really even think about those things?
No, we don't really think about things like that. Every day we come into practice, we try to play the best team on our schedule or the best team that we're going to see. So we compete against ourselves and, try to progress. And, because right now it doesn't really matter. It's at the end of the season what counts. So we want to keep the ball rolling, of course, but we can't get lackadaisical and, feed into the energy of people saying that we're good or we're bad or their opinions in general. We have to, come together and just believe in our inner circle.
Questions for Cody? We'll let him go. Thanks for your time, Cody.
Appreciate it.